Oh my God.
So we're here today with my hero motocross legend, Doug Henry. And he has strapped himself into this motorcycle with a roll cage.
Yeah, so basically it was the kids' spring break. So I decided to take Ian and his friend Matt down to Travis's to go have some fun. I've known Travis for many, many years, and I've heard about his place, and I heard that there was a kind of a folklore, I guess, about if you go down to Travis's house, you don't leave until you do a backflip, or at least attempt one. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind as we were heading down there. And we got there, and the place is amazing. Had just his skate park and his foam pit and a bunch of tracks and everything. And we got to do some riding all day and had some fun. And the kids were having a blast. They're riding bicycles and scooters and pit bikes, and they're doing flips into the foam pit and taking a lot of pictures and a lot of video. And I was just thinking to myself, boy, that looks fun. And I kind of was wondering if Travis was going to make me do this or not. And we kind of talked about it. We went into his garage and talked about backflipping my bike.
So you do realize that generally to do a backflip you have to lean back.
Boom. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. Right, my back to there.
I just want to let you know that's more centered than back.
Yep, that's as far as I can get though.
And I was kind of surprised when he said to me he didn't think I'd be able to make a full rotation because I don't have enough lean, I guess, or pull on the bike to be able to pull my hips and everything over the back of the bike. So we talked about it, and then next thing I know, here he goes and he fires up a two-stroke, and he heads out to the foam pit, and I guess he was trying to see if he could do it without really pulling his body weight back. And so he did a flip and didn't quite make it all the way, and so I asked him if he'd mind if I tried, and he's like, yeah, if you want to try it, you can try it. And me, I'm thinking, if I can ride a dirt bike or any kind of bike, I could pretty much loop out on the flat ground. If I just dump the clutch, I could loop out on flat ground. So I'm thinking to myself, geez, if I'm going up a ramp, why can't I loop out going up a ramp and just get the thing started?
More gas, that's all. More gas.
I like where your head's at.
More throttle.
We were both kind of, I was surprised. I thought he would be like, just go for it. You can do it. But he's like, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. And, I just figured I'd just go and give it a lot of gas and try and loop my bike out going up the ramp. Our first attempt didn't quite make it all the way, but I learned a little bit about, that was my first jump ever into a foam pit and trying a backflip. And I was like, wow, we got pretty far. and I knew I had more throttle and just snapped the clutch a little bit more on the face. And I think I'd be able to get more rotation. Whether I'd be able to get all of it or not, I wasn't sure. And I wasn't sure what Travis was thinking. He kind of thought that was a good attempt.
Never before have I told someone they weren't going to make it. They said, well, let's see how far we get.
And I asked him if I could try it again, and he's like, sure, go ahead. So I went up to the ramp, and we knew that I might have hit the ramp the first time a little bit too much speed. So the second time I came out a little bit slower and just gave it a little bit more gas. And
All right, Chris, you ready?
Don't breathe that shit in.
Yeah, don't breathe it in.
Hey, that was close.
we made it all the way around, and I was psyched, he was psyched, we were all excited.
Holy cow!
I mean,
Doug, dude, what, seriously? Way to prove me wrong, man.
my son Ian was taking one of the videos, and you could hear how excited he was. It was pretty cool hearing him yelling and screaming because he had been playing around all day, and he was nervous having me do it. And I was like, jumping into a foam pit, it's like, it's got to be one of the softest landings I've ever had on a dirt bike. So doing it to dirt is that's definitely going to be a lot more tricky. But I haven't rolled it out. I think it might be something to try. I don't know. Maybe down the road, we'll see. Hey Travis, I just want to say thanks so much. I had an awesome time. The kids had a great time, and you have an awesome place down there, and we'd love to come down and visit in the summer and have some more fun. Thanks.